So the Miami Heat are now up 2-0 against the Boston Celtics, 2 games away from the NBA Finals. And I'm pretty sure no one's cousin's mother's brother expected this to happen. Heat are a 8th seed in the NBA, and them going up 2-0 and winning both home games versus a very talented Celtics team on paper. No one expected this. Not even me personally, but we do have Jimmy Buckets on this team who led this victory. He went off in the fourth quarter. He was going crazy. Absolutely unguardable when going up against Williams. And we had some key moments in this game, some crazy things happening. For the first half, Jason Tatum was pretty much carrying this entire Celtics offense. He was hitting some good shots, doing his thing. And I think for me, Jason Tatum, you know, in the NBA playoffs, he doesn't really look that well in the first half. This is one of the games that he was pretty much controlling the entire first half. We had the Celtics go on a run. I think it was a 7-2 run. And then after that, the Miami Heat responded to that and looked very well composed. That is something that is really just a key thing to look for going forward. The Miami Heat look like a more composed team, a way more efficient team. Every single night, the Miami Heat look like they know what they're doing. And then that may come down to coaching. But the Celtics, they're always just very questionable. And like I said, we did have some key moments in this game. We had a Jimmy Butler, supposed to be a foul on him, but it ended up being an offensive foul. He kicked out his leg a little bit. I thought that after that, the Miami Heat, there was no way they were going to win the game. But then after that, we did have Williams hit a 3 and kind of was talking that talk to Jimmy Butler. And that is the moment that changed the entire game. If he didn't do that, the Boston Celtics probably would have won this game. But Jimmy Butler, if you talk trash to him, the game's pretty much over. After that, Jimmy Butler went completely off. No one can guard him. No one on that Celtics team, I think, can guard him at all. After that, he was hitting tough shots, pretty much won this game. And another thing that won this game is the Miami Heat supporting cast. They have a lot of good players on this team. Like, we always talk about how Jimmy Butler is really good. Obviously he is. But Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent. They got a lot of tough players on this team with Tyler Hero being out. I think Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler might be a really, really underrated duo in the entire NBA. Like, they're actually a very good duo. Bam Adebayo in this game almost had a triple-double. There needs to be more talk about what they're doing in the NBA because they're going crazy right now. And with them being 2-0, it's actually going to be really hard for the Celtics to get 2 games in a row on the Heat's floor. I think that's going to be something very tough. And it's probably going to come down to Jason Tatum having a similar Game 7 performance that he did against the Philadelphia 76ers and Jaylen Brown stepping up. I think that's the 2 key things to happen. It is very, very possible. But, you know, if the Miami Heat even win 1 game, it's going to be over because it's going to be up 3-1. I don't think the Celtics are going to come back 3-1 from a 3-1 deficit. I don't think that's something that's going to happen. But then again, you always have the refs sneaking up and doing some crazy things. We do know how this has been saying all this year. Everyone has been looking around and saying they're probably going to go towards the Celtics-Lakers finals. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. I'm actually hoping for Heat Nuggets finals because if that were bound to happen, Jimmy Butler winning his chip, that's going to bring a lot of people to the NBA. I don't think anyone wants to see a Celtics-Lakers. I don't want to see that, me personally. I want to see an underdog story. I want to see Jimmy Butler carry this Miami Heat team 8th seed to the NBA finals. I want that. I want that. And I just love how in that moment with Jimmy Butler and Williams, they didn't turn it into like a technical, it was double technical foul. You know, sometimes the refs get in the way of things. I really like how in this game, I think the refs were okay. Sometimes they were leaning towards the Celtics, but then again, it's the home floor of the Celtics. So I think the officiating in this game was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm hoping please let it stay that way. Do not let Eric Lewis or whatever his name is, literally who is a Celtics fan, come back and officiate this series. Like, please let this be a well officiated game. And I promise you, if it is, the Miami Heat will win this series. And Heat Nuggets, they're both up 2-0 now. Who do I have winning that series if it was potentially to happen? I gotta slide with the Nuggets, but the odds are always against the Miami Heat. The odds are always against the Miami Heat. So it's going to come down to what does Jimmy Butler do? And how does he respond against that Nuggets team? Because the Nuggets team are stacked. They have a Jokic, an MVP. It's going to be tough for Jimmy Butler to do that. But if he does, we got to put him in the GOAT conversations. We really just do. We really got to put him in the GOAT conversations because what he's been doing offensively, defensively, getting triple doubles in the playoffs, turning it up. He's been going crazy. He has been going crazy for this Miami Heat team. So that is pretty much a little analyst on this game. Like I said, the Miami Heat, amazing offensively, defensively. Jimmy Butler had a lot of steals. And then on the Celtics side, they kind of seem to just they're just always questionable. And it may be a coaching thing, but when they're out there, they kind of just in key moments get turnovers. And something that I did not actually say, Jason Tatum had 0 points in the fourth quarter. So he's going to have, like I said, it's going to come down to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. How do they respond in the next two games? With that being said, though, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and subscribe for a cookie. Probably will be giving that to you. Chips the whole cookie. I don't really care. Josh the Arch is your boy, and I'm out.